thank you for stopping by at Buddy's Garage. This is what we're doing today. Today we're doing a 06 Sonata Hyundai. It's a Hyundai. Look at this motor down here. I think this is huge for this little car. It's a big old giant V6. Anyway, we're gonna do spark plugs today, and you know, filters and stuff like that. We're kind of giving it a mini tune-up, but you got to pull the upper plenum off. So that's what I'm kind of showing you what you got to do. It's not an easy task, but if you know, just look around, make sure you get everything disconnected, and make sure you get the engine cleaned off. We're going to blow it off here in a second, and make sure we get most of the debris off so we don't drop nothing in the intake or the spark plug holes when we change the plugs. That's the main thing, is try not to drop anything in the engine. But anyway, I've already washed this thing last night. Clean all the pine needles, all the shit. I mean, there was a lot of debris on this engine. So now I'm going to blow it off. Alright, let's get started on this thing. We're going to do the hardest part first, which is we got to take off the plenum. This is the plenum here, it's the upper half of the intake. So we got to take this all off, we got to disconnect all this stuff. So we might as well just get right to it. You can see I got started plugging wires. Actually, this will be easier, just blow the bolt out of it. Great God, somebody's had this out already? Oh, they Loctited that. Got even the bolt stayed in it. That's weird. Okay, so now we've got to pipe the hose here, which is underneath this. So pull this bracket out of the way. Now we got the hose, we got a clip here. Like that. We need to go get the special pliers. I'm going to be real careful with this stuff. It is plastic. So you want to try to break it free, which, yeah, I'm not doing that either. This is your evap valve for regurgitating your engine. Puts all the fumes and, you know, all your contaminants that are in the engine, puts them back in the engine so you can burn through, because they want everything to go through the cap. Okay, this is kind of odd. Somebody's been in here before, because we've got a different clamp on here. Actually, it looks like two clamps put together. That's a nice one. It's an 8mm. Oops, I get an 8. I missed it. Okay, this guy's gonna have to be unplugged. Gotta learn how to. These things got a safety on them or something, too. see what that one is. Try to look on some other ones here. It's undone. Really just not even worried about it doing that. Just throw these bolts out. I guess I could use that pin. Get that disconnected. Yeah, I'm just going to keep spinning bolts out of it for now. Okay. And you just kind of start attaching stuff away from the intake. Upper part of the intake. We've got the sound deadening box. Okay, this is all unhooked. So we just lay it to the side here. And we're going to change this guy too, so this is a good time to do this. Just pull it. Might as well pull it out of the way. I don't have to. So we got a new one of these. It's a little dirty. Looks like they have been kind of maintained. Oh, look at all that debris in there. That should be blowed out before we get too far. I think I'm not going to do that until after I'm done, because that might blow little rocks up there. That's the issue here. You want to be careful of little rocks and stuff. I've got the motor already blown off, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this over here. Okay, so now we're back, like I said, doing other things here. There's another one. Another clip back here. Throttle body. The throttle bottle, components. Throttle by wire. This guy. Damn safeties. I don't know why they have to put fucking stupid safeties on these things. I think it's more for production, so they know that the thing's together properly. Okay, unplug that. I got a wire here, which I don't know what I'm going to do here yet. We got another. Wow, that's kind of a tough thing to do there, isn't it? They put that clamp in there so you can't get it off. That's stupid. Because they got this stupid tab here. And the fucking thing's up inside that. Oh boy. That is really dumb. I almost have to come in there with a Dremel. Cut this stupid thing off a little bit so you can get the hose off there. But maybe we won't have to take that off. Yeah. So anyway, let's go back over here. Another wiring harness off. Boy, this thing just does not move much, does it? Oh, we got one right here. Okay, it's all loose now, so we can get down there and get bolts. You kidding me? That's it for bolts. Wow. Just 4 of them. Just like 4 of them hanging on there. Okay, we got a bunch of stuff back here. It doesn't look like it's hanging off here, but there's a bracket. A couple more things back here that need to be taken off, it looks like. These might be brackets. Yep, more brackets. Is that it for our 10s? Looks like we have a big 14, which is probably our Jesus Christ, did they have a fucking Loctite on there? Jesus. They did. Alright, these things run really smooth down the road. Okay, and I got one on the back here. Same thing. Oh, that's bigger. I'm gonna go get me a ratchet. Right. What the hell? That's the right fit. That's another one that's fucking. They made these brackets so they stick out, so you can't put nothing on them. Kind of dumb how they did that shit. Got them reasons, probably. Jesus Christ. There we go. This is the main bracket that holds the back of the intake. This one's not too bad, man. Some of these cars, they got them, these bolts in the worst place. And it's also a bracket. So, that was a 15 bolt. 15 size head. Okay, so we got this is all looking pretty much out of the way. That. We got some wire in here to unhook. I'm not gonna unbolt that guy. I'm gonna leave that guy on there. Looks like you got, okay, this is off. Okay, we got the two brackets on it. Hopefully there's nothing else back here. I feel a hose though. Feel something. Oh, there's, I bet that's coolant. I bet you that's why they made it like that. So that you could, you know, that's actually another bracket, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, that's fine. So we have our coolant hose goes in there. So yeah, we're gonna leave it hooked up to the coolant hoses. I don't like to take those off. We need to take that one wire off. We got a little bracket here, a little pop-in deal. I'm just gonna try to pop it off. If not, we'll just put a zip tie on it when we're done. I just gotta cut the zip tie, it looks like. it back on. We'll just zip tie it. Okay. So that's looking pretty good. I mean, I can't believe that's it. I mean, sure, got everything off back here. Looks like they made that all pretty kind of easy, which I'm shocked. But the Koreans are getting better making cars, for sure. All right. Well, it looks like we might be where we need to be. So, looks like 4 bolts. 2 on the end, 2 right there. See if that will loosen it up or not. That's quite a different bolt. I like that. Gives it a little rubber so you can torque it down and not fucking break them. Remember, these bolts just go down snug. They don't, they probably have a torque sequence. Okay, so far so good here. I feel like I don't have that shit unplugged, but I guess I do. Okay, next I got these 2 on the end. Okay. Good. Is it loose? No, it's not. Okay. So something else. It feels like it's loose back there. I feel like there's more bolts in this thing. I'm not sure. Must be just I don't understand that. It's got to be it. Just must be really stuck. Oh, what do we got there? There's a bolt right there. Oh, we got a bolt kind of in a weird place there. I wonder. No, that's not touching it either. What the heck's going on here? So this one, an injector. This injector bolt. They're not anywhere near it. Oh yeah, they are on there. Okay, so those are injector bolts there. Or no, this is tube. Oh fuck! Don't tell me that didn't broke. No, it didn't. Okay, I see what's going on here. There's 2 bolts. There's 2 bolts under here, holding this stovepipe on here. So, or yeah. So it's actually probably another bolt. There's the intake unit. It goes all the way through. It's a big long bolt. And of course they got to put the wiring harness on it. Right about it. Oh, it looks like the bolt wants to stay too. Which we can't have that either. So this should give me a little more room here. As you can see, they didn't make this part user friendly. So they want me to take well, actually I can see what, I don't know if that's really holding it. It could be. this guy off too. Come on, man. Okay. These things don't come off very easily either. Okay. Cut more bolts out. It's just easy to do that. Everything was bolted down to my thing. Disassemble it, and everything should come out. I should have a little more kind of room. You can see it's a long bolt, so we've got the intake bolts all over the place. So must not be all the way out. There it is. Okay. So this guy should be loose now. I just don't see any other bolts. There's one in the middle. Shit, maybe there is. Yeah, there is. So there's actually 3 bolts along this face. There we go. It's the reason you gotta be really careful with this stuff and make sure you don't break into this plastic shit. We do live in the stage of plastics. I'm even a plastic guy myself lately. I hate plastic, but I love playing with the 3D printers. They're very handy for making parts. Okay, now we're loose. So now we're going to lift it up. Make sure everything is disconnected from it. And we know we got water lines hooked up into this guy. You can take the, oh boy, you're not going to slug that too. Don't want that. That's just something to fall on the engine. That's a good idea. What's holding me up over here? It's probably the hoses. It just goes, should be able to lift it past the stud. Of course, it looks like this one's made to take the stud out. Might have to. Get the clearance I need to get this fucker out of here. There we go. It tells me I got it. Maybe. Well, looks like there's something else hooked to it. Not sure what. Take a look. It's probably just the coolant lines. Oh, there's a bolt down here that's been broken on it. That holds the throttle body on. That's kind of weird. Somebody's been in here before, it looks like. Maybe. I was having troubles. Another factory defect. I cross-threaded it. Well, the person putting it back together last time broke that bolt. Maybe it's been tuned up before. I feel like something's still holding me up over here. Yeah, right now would be a good time. Oh, here we go. No, that's on the. Looks like it. What kind of sensor do I want to call? Yeah, it's probably just. Oh, here we go. Here's the problem. I forgot to get this hose loose. Yeah, it might be better to go. I didn't take that one off, did I? I must have. Yeah, well, I think it would be better to go on this end of it. Okay, pull that hose from that end. Okay. Hose getter. Breaker loose. Should be able to get that off now. Damn. Boy, that hose is really molded to it. Ooh, that vacuum. It's a good sign. Oh yeah, there's another bracket back here. Let's hold on this up. Okay, that probably freed it. I think that's it's freed now. Okay, so all you gotta do is lay this guy over there. First, the next thing you should do at this stage is block all your intake holes. So when you're fucking around over here and shit, you're not gonna drop anything down in those holes. Make sure that we get some paper towels in here. I usually put a lot of 2 at a time. Yeah, so you can get them out real easy. This way nothing goes in here. Okay? We'll do this. Okay, and next I'll just throw a rag over for extra protection. Okay, that way, no way you can get anything in there. As you can see, we are in our location now and getting to the spark plugs. Lots of tree debris on this thing. I got it pretty good with water last night. There's still some stuff here. We have to blow it out of there. No, we got no water. Maybe I won't do that because everything's up above the surface, so nothing should fall in as long as we're careful. So the next thing you want to do now is go ahead. Let's get these plug wires done. Looks like you got safeties on them. I guess it's time. No, this might do it. Pop them open a little bit. That's all they need to go. These ones kind of stay. You know, like the GMs and Dodges. some of that stuff, they pop out. Yeah. Okay, so now I should be able to squeeze these and get the plugs undone. Well, maybe these ones have got to come out too. Work on this middle. See what happens. Yeah. There we go. Okay, it's just me not squeezing enough. I'm an old guy now and I just don't have the grip like I used to. You kind of push in and then push in and then push it and then try to pop it. It's not quite ready. You might have to get me something to help me. Next thing here, this thing is being a pain in the ass. You have a bungee cord to pull it up. So I'll just stick this guy over here in the hole and pull this guy, somewhere so he holds. It stays out of my way. Okay, so anyway, here we are trying to get the plugs undone again. Jesus, I can't seem to. Safeties, man. I can't pinch it, so now try to get my hand here. It sounded like a pop, but I don't think it did. God damn. Maybe I gotta pull that thing all the way out. I don't know. We get the spark plug pliers for doing boots. It comes in handy for all kinds of stuff. So use this to give me a little more grip. As you can see, I just needed a little bit more. I just did not have the grip anymore as I used to. It's little sets. There we go. Alright, they're off. Alright, that's out of the way. Next, well, what comes from here? We pull the coils off. Okay, so look for my pocket. So left up here. Okay, here we are on that. All right, next is just pull the coils out. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now we can do the spark plugs. Okay, pretty simple. Pretty simple. Okay, the best thing I find to do is go ahead and check your spark plugs. Make sure you got the right socket, because there's several sizes now. So they're just not a 5/8 and a 13/16 anymore. Now they got a 14 millimeter and 7/16 or something. I mean, it's because they had to make smaller spark plugs for certain engines. My Ford has 14 millimeter in it. This one, 5/8, is working on this one fine. So it's a normal spark plug socket. What did I do with my ratchet? All right, here we are. We're going to go ahead and just get them done now. I kind of do them one at a time. You can do them, pull them all out all at once or whatever. I usually do one at a time on these because I just try not to drop anything minimal down inside. I've never blown up an engine, dropping something inside it, not seeing it, but I've seen it done. It does happen. There we go. Spark plugs look like they're cleaning. Looks like they're about due. Oh yeah, quite a hot rod plug here. I don't know if you call it a hot rod, but well, I'm so happy this is actually going pretty well. Sometimes pulling these plastic intakes, plumes off, are just a pain. I forgot what kind of spark plug this was. Yep, it's a crush lead, so you're going to feel a little tension. Just give a little bit more until it goes tight, and then you know you've crushed the sleeve down. I don't know how many times I've seen spark plugs loose because they thought it was tight and they didn't crush it. So let's always keep that in mind. Okay, we're off to number 2 here. I could have probably used a little shorter extension, but this is okay. I'm using a spark plug socket that has a rubber inside, so you can get these ones out of the Hemi type heads. It looks good. And you can put them in too that way, so that you don't drop these and ding them up, because the ends of them are pretty delicate on these spark plugs. On these newer ones, they're doing all kinds of weird shit on the tips, and for different engines, whatever they figure out works the best. They check this shit out, decide what kind of plug you use, how hot it is, to go with their emissions. Nothing you and me can figure out. Okay. Now, if you're a person that went a long time, went 100,000 miles on their vehicle, before you change your spark plugs, because you know I know they got crazy mileages on them now. But you might want to replace these. But they're expensive. I mean, you got to figure they're going to be $100, $100 plus. Some of them are a little cheaper, but you know that's $600 if you think about it, just to do the coils. This one, you know, I would think about doing it with 100,000, even if you just do the 4 in the back, so you don't have to pull the intake off again. You know, the front ones you can change later if you need to do it, you know, because of your budget or whatever. But anyway, this car's only got, this is probably its first spark plug change, I think. I don't know, the intake has been off of it, or something's been off of it. Somebody's been in here for something. But anyway, you know, all the coils look like originals by what I can see. So I would say this thing's only got like 60,000 miles on it or something. We're changing the plug, so he just wants to make sure it's ready to go, you know. So we're just, you know, this was the cheap way to do it. I mean, still, this is a $450 job at the shop, or it's actually going to be more than that. Probably a $600 job. And if you have the coils, you know, $1,000. You know, the last van I just did was it had $600 and some worth of fucking parts, and you know, and then you got to get your labor. And it was a Toyota van, which is a lot more intensive. I had to pull a cowl out. I mean, it was way intensive. This is a little better, so it wasn't as much labor-wise. But anyway, here we are. We're doing good. So I'm going to go ahead and get this last one put in. Then we're going to go ahead and put the intake back on it. And oops, did I already pull that guy out? No, I already pulled him out, didn't I? Yes. I just need to grab a new one as they try to roll away from me. Come on, get out of the box. You're going in. Face the fact, you're going to go in. You're going to be put in there. Okay, that's it. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put the coils back in. Okay. They were those bolts, right? Now we're going backwards. Now we're going ahead and we're going to go ahead and just rip and put the intake back on, get it done, and then we'll go to this side. Always do the hardest part first. I see most guys, they do the front ones first. And it's like, no, always go for the hardest thing first, because then the job seems like it's much better. If you run into any issues, then you feel so much relief when you come to the front ones to do them. You feel so much better because you got this clusterfuck taken care of. You want to make sure everything's done before you put this on, because if you went ahead and just hurried and threw it on there, whoops, we forgot to plug the wires in. You don't want to do that, right? They slide and snap pretty good, and then you can push your locks in. Okay, she's ready. Now we're ready. Now I'm going to go ahead and I've got new ones. If you've got on a budget, you can just maybe try to make these. They are rubber. They're really flexible. It's only torqued down. They're not really squished down too much. But I never take that risk. I just, go buy them, get it done. It's just a little silicone rubber. These ones still feel good, but I'm not taking those kind of chances. I'm doing shit. It's not that much money. Go ahead. Just go ahead and buy them. The Velcro ones are always nice and blue, so they look really good. You can tell, they look good. They're good gaskets. Pretty happy with their gaskets. I hate that when I attach wires to the air box. I mean, you gotta take it off. Eventually, you're gonna take the fucking air box off. You attach wires to it. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Some of these gaskets can be a pain in the ass, but they're made to be really tight. So once you get them in there, they're good, man. I mean, as long as you don't get wild with it and make it your enemy. Okay, there's one. These do feel a little better. You can see they go in one way only. This tab is, you start there, work your way around. It goes pretty easy. Let's look right here. See this little thing here, there? Start there, because that lines you up. Now just go around, goes right on in. And just go to the next one, work around it. Pops right on in. So now it's all ready. Okay. So now we're ready. So now go ahead and pull your rack off. I should have caught everything that is in there, but still, just be really careful. Usually pull the middle one first, and then pull the outside ones. Okay. So now I'm ready. I'm ready to put it back on. So that's what we're going to do. So now we're just sneaking in here. We still got the water hoses. If you want to disconnect the water hoses and if you were doing coolant or something, then that would be all right. But I'm not doing any of that stuff, so just doing the basic filters and spark plugs out. Okay, we got something back here. I think it's where the broken bolt is. Gotta get that breaker behind it. Yeah, like that. What's holding me up here? This plastic deal. Something's not. It's probably all to do with the fucking brackets. There we go. You can see when it goes in, boy, you know it's in. So there it is. So usually I just take, first of all, I'll take, put these end nuts on. This goddamn airplane. Start getting out of it. Okay, so now it's in position. So I go ahead and put my nuts on first. Snug them down. Don't even really snug them down, just get them on there. Draw them in real slow. As soon as you hear that. Okay. Alright, next put your other bolts in. I'm going to put these 3 in the front in next. These in snug. Just get them out there where you can get ready to do your torque on them. So soon as I hear it hit. Okay. Now, that's what I do there. Now I'm going to get a ratchet. You don't need a big ratchet or anything. So I'm going to go get me a Now I'm going to go get me a 1/4-inch drive ratchet. I'll go for a feel on this. Okay, I got me a ratchet, everything. I'm going to go by feel here. You should theoretically look up the torque spec and just torque it. But it's pretty much, it'll snug all the way up. I just work them in nice and easy. Again, if you don't have a torque wrench, you just got to know that it's only probably, I'm saying between 4 and 8 inch-pounds maybe. I could be wrong, but I've done enough of these and been doing it a long time. I can feel, you know, where I need to be. See, these ones are starting to get to that where they're bottom out. They almost bottom out when they tighten. See, these ones I'm already feeling that. There we go, the nuts I feel right now. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and just snug these end ones like this. Okay. Then I'm going to come up to these 3 in the front, snug them down. I just get it to a point, it gets tight, and then just give it a little bit. Don't give it too much, you snap it off. And you'll be taking it off and trying to get the bolt out. So right now I've got it pretty torqued, and now these last 2 here, you'll feel them. These totally will just give you resistance. It will just be tight. So, once again, don't over tighten it. So anyway, and so we're going to go ahead and get this shit all back where it was. We're just going to start back here at the hose. Slide that guy on there. All the way down where he was supposed to be. Okay. My special vice grips spring clamp tool. I'm telling you, these things were the best thing investment made when I was doing this shit for a living. Make sure to get this one back on. So I took it off. Oh, fuck, now I went too far. Yeah, fuck. All right. You know, that's kind of weird. Somebody's had this off before because they did not put the hose clamp back on. I did not loosen this. It's been sitting right here. You can see it's indented. So somebody's had this off. And yeah, they didn't. What the heck is up with that, huh? Okay, so anyway. What the heck is going on right there? Take care of that. Move all this back. Okay, got that hose on. That was the last thing I took off, so took care of that. Okay, so we're back in the sling of things. So you know what, this has got to go
goes in here like this. So there's that. There's that. Okay, we got this bracket, which right here, I believe, we should have to go. Shit here. Okay, this is the bracket for this. Okay, so we need those two bolts. Where were they? I just had them there in my pocket. So you just kind of go backwards from when you took it apart. I kind of lay everything down in order. It's just how I do it. But this stuff's all going back together now. And we'll get this in here. Get this vacuum line back on. Special hose clamper. Vice grip clamp. Squeezer. Just like that. Makes it so much easier. Like this. It's like a map sensor. And this is your evap valve. One of them. This is the purge one. Okay, get that all back. Everything's intact there. We're going to go ahead and start figuring out this stuff. So, yeah, this is the one that's holding the back of the intake and these two sensors. Now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and screw in all the bolts.
No, I don't think it's going to help, Mom. Oh.
Okay, this one. This one's back here. This guy's going to be back up here. Oh boy. This one turned on me. Okay, care of that. These two are here, weren't they? I think so. No, we're not. They're here. Okay. It's back in here. Plug. Shit. Thinking there's these guys back here. Okay. No, maybe got something wrong there. Oh. Yeah, this is all this shit. sense. We got this one. What's this extra long one for? These guys. I'm thinking. What are these ones for? I'm not sure. There's 3 of those. What am I missing here? Okay, we got 2 of these guys. Got the wrong one here. This guy goes here. Let's kind of see that now. And I only got 3 of them. Just got this one here, and I think you need this one. All right, now see, we got everything. I'm missing something though. Pretty sure there's something else here. Yeah. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay. That was the other one that was back there. Yeah. This one's made for the plastic. As you can see, he's got big washers for plastic now, and it's pretty much, you know, they had all the black bolts back here, and they had these ones up here. So, first I need the 15 to tighten this if I can. Yeah. Okay. Got the 14 back here. Yeah. Back to the 10. So you have, give you a rundown. There's power steering hose bracket. There's a bracket for the throttle body over here or underneath it, but somebody has broken that one. You got a bracket here for the power brake booster hose. And you got the sensors will come off when you pull this bolt out. And then of course I took these out to get them out of the way. These two bolts right here for the plug junction, I call it. And get the brackets. And then just snug them. This plastic, when this stuff gets old, it's gonna start breaking. I've seen cars so bad it just crumbles in your hand. Make sure you get your harness plugged back in. Yeah, it's all done. All sitting good here. This is all bolted. Double check everything, triple check everything. I don't have any bolts left, so that's a good sign. There you go. I mean, we're done with the 3 plugs in the back. So now we got everything. It looks like it's all. Oh, there's one right there. See, I'm double checking stuff. I can see. Whoop, there's a bolt loose. Always check everything. Oh, I don't know why that's like that. No, that bolt's too long, maybe. Where that bolt went to. Oh, it's super long. It looks like a freaking valve cover bolt. What the fuck? I don't know. Maybe that's just the way it is. Yep. It's not meant to be tight, I guess. I mean, it's tight, but they got a little sleeve for this thing, so. Just snug it down. That's it. That's all you need to do. Okay, so everything looks good here. Make sure everything feels tight, everything's plugged in. We got one more thing to plug in down here. I know I do. There it is. Make sure you plug in the throttle. Throttled by wire. There's no cable in this car. It's all done by the computer. We're just pushing the accelerator. It's all electronic. Throttled by wire. Snap, lock it in, we're good to go. I'm just going to set that wire and harness right there. It sits just fine. This all looks good. This all looks really good. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the air box together. And we got a new filter for it. So there's that. Oh yeah, we're gonna blow this out now. You see there's a lot of dirt, rock in there. So let's get this guy fired up. Just enjoy the beautiful music for a moment. Okay, now that we got air, we'll go ahead and blow this air box out. Let's take the jug. Okay, another way you could do is use a shop vac on that, suck it out. That'll work too. Okay, we got a brand new filter here. Get that on. I think four corners. Especially when they got one here that's just like, good luck. Luckily I had good luck on that one. Alright, now we gotta put this guy back on. See, somebody's been in here before because the reason why I know that, well, we got a broken bolt down there. But we also have a different hose clamp on here. So I don't know what happened to this vehicle before. If it was just doing maintenance and shit. Or it was a new car or something. It feels like it's not going in there. Doesn't it? Yeah. I feel like it. It's probably what happened. Somebody got it on here wrong. Maybe. Just the clamp up. You gotta make sure that thing's on there, right? Okay, well, we're all good here, so go ahead and zap that down. Okay, make sure we get the mass airflow hooked up. Looks like we're all good here again. Everything's back into position. I thought I had something else unplugged, but I think I plugged it back in already because I didn't need to take that off. Okay, there we are. I think we are completed. We have no bolts, no bolts left over. So everything should be back the way it was. Now, I mean, you go right now and start it, make sure it's all good. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be all good. So now I'm gonna go to the last spark plug.
Uh-oh, who's that?
That thing's horrible. There we go. Okay, here we are. We're on the last part of this part. Got the ear cleaner done, the rear one's done. Now we're going to do the front. That made it hard there with that bracket in the way. See what I'm saying? This bracket here is in the way. So we're going to take these bolts out. Take the bracket out. Okay. So we're going to get the coils out. All looks good in here. So, just start with plug number one. It's burning pretty clean. The tip's a little melted, but that's common. It wears out. I said, I like to do them one at a time on these kind of vehicles because it's just too easy for something to fall in the motor. Snug, you know, I crush it. That's it. That's that one. Yeah, this one's got a little bit more of the tips burn out. But overall, it's firing really well. It's really done. This car really runs good. I mean, I can't believe they got a big old giant V6 in this thing. And this is another thing I like about this vehicle. They're getting away from timing belts. I'm so glad to see that because, you know, with engines nowadays, they got everything so close tolerance. You throw it out of time, you blow the engine up.
Time to come in.
Uh-oh. Being called in for breakfast. Okay. Almost got it done.
Did you hear me?
I heard ya.
Okay.
What do I got, a minute? It's ready right now. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this last plug before I go. So I'm at a point when I come back and finish this guy. Being summoned to the office. Good. All right. Now we just need to put the coils in. All right. Let's put these coils in. See what this thing's gonna do. It's gonna run. It's gonna run really good. Yeah, I remember when electric tools came out, I thought, nah, I'm never going to use that shit. I like my air guns. Finally, I gave up and I bought some. I love it ever since. I mean, they've come a long ways with electric stuff. A long ways with electric stuff. And it's just so much nicer when you don't have a hose hook into it. It's just so much more easy to deal with and shit. Make sure you push your little locks in. And yeah, we got to put this bracket back on, which somebody's broke that bolt too. That's the hokey plastic cover they put in these things. And they always want to cover the motor with shit because they don't want you to hear all the noise. They're trying to make it as quiet as possible. And all that does is traps everything inside it, gives critters a place to live. I mean, I've actually seen critters living on people's cars because they made a nice little nest there. They get somewhere where they're driving, and then they come back when it's cooling down, and they probably like that one, just in the winter. Didn't really see a lot of critter material on here, so this one hasn't got it. They must drive it enough that, you know. Okay, we got that back on. That's back on. It's plugged in. That's it. I mean, everything is there. All right, let's see what happens. Let's go fire her up. Alrighty, sounds like we have a winner. Yeah, looks like we have a winner. Who's the winner? Over there we good. I'll warm up here a little bit so it idles down. Make sure that we don't have vacuum leak. Let some boost over there. Let you know. I'm sure all the tools are out from under the hood. Got this big old engine color, isn't it? Doesn't that look beautiful? I hate them. Gotta hide everything now. I want to see my engine. I want to hear my engine. Cam sensor. It's got to have some kind of durable timing. It's probably all built into the heads inside, mechanically. That was a big motor. That's just kind of tiny thing. They put big heads on engines now. I mean, it doesn't matter what kind of motor it is, the head's just monstrous. Sounds good. I'm pretty happy with that. Now we've got some cleaning to do. I like to come back this way. Wow. Okay, we're all done. So now I'm going to do a cabin air filter that stinks inside the car. I'm going to go ahead and put some stuff in there, make it smell good. Look for trash. Which, you know, this time it's kind of messy. I probably shouldn't say that. But anyway. That's where we are. So we're going to go ahead and pull her out, do a little sprucing up, clean it up. I like to do that for my customers. I'll wash their car for them just for PR because they love it. They love it a lot. So, you know, that's no big deal. You know, I don't have a lot of customers, so every time I work on one, I got all the time in the world to do it. So usually I always tell them you got to drop it off and give them a couple days, 2, 3, whatever it takes. Sometimes it's quite a big job. This one I wanted it for 2 days, just in case something went wrong. And you pull this guy out. There we are. Ready to go now. So we're going to go ahead and clear all these vehicles out of the driveway so I can get it out. Don't forget to push that button down below and subscribe. We have a lot of things going on in this garage. And it's just not on cars. Yeah, I guess it is.